So you're a fintech company. You're surfing confidently along the fintech wave until you hit the rock of reality. The fin in fintech. Financial services, the most heavily regulated industry in the world. You very soon realize that you have to navigate an ocean of regulations that are terribly complex and constantly changing. Let's take anti-money laundering as an example. Regulators expect fintech firms like yourself to have very robust anti-money laundering compliance programs in place. AML standards have been made more stringent globally, largely because of initiatives or standards set by the Financial Action Task Force. And this has downstream impact on your businesses. Does your business require a license? Which regulatory box does your product fit into? Are there any exemptions applicable to you? If you decide to expand out of your local markets, be aware that any cross-border offering of financial services will introduce further complexities. You may be deemed to be soliciting or marketing across jurisdictions. So how do you create a compliance framework that addresses evolving complex regulations that cut across different jurisdictions? How do you look after your medium to longer term interests? And how do you, as a fintech firm, get regulators comfortable with your business model and compliance framework? Your key challenge as a fintech firm is this. How do you, on the one hand, create a governance, risk management, and compliance framework that is sufficiently robust to get regulators comfortable, but on the other hand, have a framework that is realistic enough to take into account the scale and resources available to you?
Credibility. He's been a public prosecutor. He's been an actual head of compliance for one of the big banks here. He's also run his own consulting firm. Not many other people can say that they've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, got the boxer shorts.
In the realms of regulations and compliance, it is a previous experience as well as knowledge in the particular country's policies and regulations from the regulators. It's very important to ensure that the right advice is given to clients so that they can plan their strategy correctly rather than later stumbling into various potholes, and then that delays whatever business plans they have.
Getting sound regulatory advice is a critical success factor. Regulated or non-regulated. These are business decisions that you have to make with our considered advice. Go solo or collaborate. Should you get that financial services license yourself or work with a licensed financial institution? Regulatory sandbox. Does your innovative business model qualify for a regulatory sandbox? Know the trade-offs before you plunge. Timing is everything. Issuance of regulatory licenses will determine the timing for your go-to-market. Get the best advice on the type of licenses that you need and how to meet the expectations of regulators. We will help you prepare your license applications in the best possible manner. Your A team. How do you structure your team appropriately, ensuring that they meet the fit and proper criteria and also have the relevant track record? Money talks. Know your funding options and how to structure your compliance program along with your growth. Regulatory technology or RegTech. Should you invest? We will advise you on the mandatory versus the nice-to-haves. Going regional. We will work with a network of consultants to make sure that you get the right regulatory advice in the jurisdiction that you are targeting. We especially love the cutting-edge stuff, working with the first sandbox applications in Singapore or working with the first emerging business models in Southeast Asia. This would be in various categories like equities crowdfunding platforms, peer-to-peer lending platforms, robo-advisors, insurtech platforms, payments and remittance platforms, or the first recognized market operators. We find it intellectually fulfilling and find delight in trailblazing solutions for our clients. Ethikom has the breadth and depth of experience, prefers practical and risk-focused compliance, and is sensitive to your business needs. We have worked with more than 300 fintech firms in Asia and all around the world, from startups to unicorns. We actively engage regulators to suggest suitable regulatory approaches. We have also conducted capacity building programs for regulators. AML is not going to be a key area of focus. We believe in community and thought leadership. We like sharing our views on regulatory developments and how these impact the industry.
Ethikom's background, largely piggybacking on the experience that Nizam has, will be incredibly important. They'll be able to reach out to the community in terms of Bitcoin and his AML experience, and it will be able to get businesses to map into their correct AML functions and their correct licenses that they hold with the MAS.
Regulatory advocacy. We constantly provide feedback to the regulators on how their regulations impact the industry. Our expertise and experience gives you confidence.